and welcome to Lauren Reed Color. Thanks so much for joining me on today's video where I'm sharing all of my completed pages for January 2026. Let me just begin this by saying that I'm really pleased with myself as I managed to finish 9 whole pages, and that is the most I have ever finished in 1 month in my entire coloring career, which began in 2017. Okay, so 2 of those pages are actually small vignettes, but they are self-contained on their own page, and so I am counting them towards my 9 completed pages. Anyway, the stars were aligned for me, obviously, because I had a really busy month at work, and yet I still managed to go way beyond the usual 5 to 6 pages that I am able to color per month on a regular basis. Anyway, so I'm going to start by going through the stats, and then I will show you all of the pages that I finished. So this is my do-it-yourself coloring planner, and these are the stats for January. As you can see, I made a bit of a mess already in the planner, but you know, it's mine and I am the one who gets to see it, and you, because I'm sharing it with you. So it doesn't really matter that I've made a bit of a mess. You can cover up a wealth of errors using some sticker paper. Anyway, so yeah, I have organized it a little bit differently than last year. So I have buddies. I had 2 individual buddies and 3 group buddies because I am on many groups on Instagram. I'm going to actually have to add one for next month because I've joined a new one. Anyway, I also finished 7, as I said, 9 pages, 7 single pages and 2 double pages. So that's also fabulous. In terms of books, I colored in 2 untouched books, and I colored in 7 books that are ongoing. I participated in 20 prompts and challenges. I didn't follow any tutorials this month, even though I had a couple scheduled. I didn't end up coloring those pages. I started the month with 6 whips, and I'm finishing with 8 whips. Not too bad. My coloring collection now numbers 109 books in total, and I did not purchase any new books. I'm very proud of myself. In terms of Instagram, I have gained quite a few new followers. I'm very pleased that you enjoy the content on the feed, and hope that you enjoy whatever comes next. I also have some new followers on YouTube. I'm really happy that you're enjoying the channel. I had quite a few views on YouTube, some good watch time, and I uploaded 10 videos. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with my stats, and we are now going to move on to the actual coloring pages. So let me put this aside. Before I get started on the actual completed pages for the month, I just want to give you an update on the page that I colored on the live stream for Piggy Pen's Tubeathon yesterday. So if you're not aware, yesterday was the Coloring for Cancer Tubeathon, and I just want to thank every single person who came and watched us and donated and hyped and cheered us on. I love our community so much, and I just want to tell you that we have raised a whopping £6,125, and I am just so psyched about that, and I'm tearing up a little bit. Yay. Yes, and that's the assistant who was so wonderful yesterday on the live stream.
You say the assistant like it's a Harlan Coben novel.
You are my assistant. Okay, ignore the assistant.
I feel the love.
Okay. Anyway, so as you can see, I made some progress with the page since I colored on the live stream, and I have used for the background Faber-Castell Art Grip Aquarelle watercolor pencils. Yes, that is a mouthful. And I activated it, and now I have to wait for it to dry before I can put pencil on top. I did try to put pencil. So for example, here on the bottom, I did put pencil, but here it is not yet 100% dry. And when I started to put down the pencil, it was a little bit squishy. So I stopped, and now I'm going to wait for it to dry completely before I put any more layers of pencil down on the page. Anyway, this page, as I said on the live stream, I'm going to continue filming it as I color it, and it will be up on the channel for everyone to watch and to color along if they so choose. Okay, so now let's go on to the pages that I completed. We are back with the coloring journal for the first page that I completed in January. So if you've been watching the channel, you know that this is my do-it-yourself coloring planner, and I have downloaded images by Agotapop, and I have printed them out on sticker paper and stuck them into my coloring journal to color. So the first one is this cute little house with the pansies or anemones. I'm not really sure which one they are, but I do like the way they came out. And of course, I went onto Pinterest and I found an inspiration image to help me choose colors. And here it is on the side. So I used the coffee cup in this picture as the color for the house itself. And then I used the different shades of purples and whites that are in the inspiration image for the flowers themselves. And I colored this using Castle Arts 120 pencils because those are the pencils that work the best on the sticker paper. I printed out tiny little images and I tried different brands of pencils, and these were the ones that worked out the best. So really happy with the way this cute little page turned out. Okay, and let's move on to actual coloring books. The first page in an actual coloring book is In Daydreams by Hannah Carlzon. This is one of my project books, and I really hope to color in several pages in the book throughout 2026. I'm going to see how many I can do every quarter. So I'm hoping to do 2 every quarter. Okay, so the page I colored is the title page, and that is because Jess from Coloring Bumblebee has a hashtag tackle the title pages, where she is encouraging us to color these title pages and the nameplate pages. So this is the very first title page that I have colored, and yeah, it's In Daydreams. Anyway, I didn't want to color the whole background. I decided I only wanted to color the mushroom and a small portion of the background, and so I drew in a circle around the mushroom, and then I filled it in with Neocolor 2s, and then I used Derwent Colorsoft to shade and to get this glow around the mushroom. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And then for the mushroom itself, it is Derwent Colorsoft and Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. Those 2 brands of pencils work quite nicely together. The Colorsoft puts down a layer of pencil, and then I used the Polychromos to deepen up shadows and to create fine textures. So it really worked out beautifully. I'm really pleased with my glowing mushroom in Hannah Carlzon's Daydreams. Next is a page in Mythographic Wild Winter by Joseph Katzenbang. So Maria from Colorful Mother of 3 and I have a group on Instagram which is called the Mythographic Collective, and every month we have a book of the month, a page of the month, and 4 prompts that you can color in any book of your choice. So that gives all of us incentive to continue coloring in these gorgeous mythographic books. Anyway, the book of the month was Wild Winter, and the page was the Nestle page. That's the official name for this page, but personally I have called it Winter Shelter because I see this mother bird sheltering her baby chicks from the piercing cold that these arrows indicate. Anyway, what did I use on the page? I used Derwent Graphitint to get this muted background because I wanted to simulate a gray, snowy day. And then I used Castle Arts Harmonious pencils on top of the Graphitint because they really work well together. They complement each other really well, those 2 brands of pencils, or more significantly, the colors in those 2 sets. And then I used Brunzil watercolor pencils to base the birds and the ice and the snow. And then I shaded with regular Castle Arts 120 pencils. And for the crystals, I did not base with any water medium because I wanted the white of the paper to show through. And so I just shaded with Castle Arts 120 pencils. And then it is Langwao gel pen for the outlines of the ice and the snow. I love those pens. They glide on this paper. It's really, really fun to use them. Yeah, so that was my page in Mythographic Wild Winter by Joseph Katzenbang. Next up is a page in Creative Haven Country Charm by Teresa Goodrich. So I have an annual hashtag that I have created for 2026 because I felt that my Creative Haven books weren't getting enough love, and anyone else who thinks the same of their own Creative Haven collection is welcome to join me. So it is hashtag Creative Haven, then the month of the year, 2026. So for January, it was hashtag Creative Haven Jan 2026. And for February, it is hashtag Creative Haven Feb 2026. Anyway, for January, I colored this page, which I will show you now. It is the Barn Animals page, and I colored this with the wonderful Chrissy Wilcox, and we had such a blast comparing our pages as we were coloring along. I love Chrissy's page. Let me show it to you. It is here on the side. I think that her snow has just come out beautifully, and her shading on her horses is out of this world. It is impossible not to look at them and not wonder how those horses aren't coming alive on the page. Anyway, so for me, I colored using Prismacolor pencils, and I did base the horses, the dog, and the cat with alcohol markers, but otherwise it's only Prismacolors, and I really love the end result. This page was supposed to be a Color With Me series up on the channel. However, I'd started coloring it, and then a subscriber messaged me on YouTube asking when I was going to post the completed video, and I was really annoyed with myself because I had completely forgotten that I had promised to record it. So do accept my very sincere apologies for that. I have decided to make up for it that I am going to try to color this Winter Deer page using the exact same pencils and color palettes that I did on this page. So I will color it, same pencils, same techniques, and I will film it and put it up on the channel. I will do that as soon as I get my mojo for coloring snow back. Right now I am all snowed out, and the idea of coloring snow just does not appeal, but I really will try to record that and have it up on the channel sometime soon. When exactly, I'm not sure. Anyway, so that is my page in Creative Haven Country Charm by Teresa Goodrich. My next January page is in Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosannes. So I am on a group on Instagram where we are coloring pages in this book together. Most of the members had already colored in some of the pages in this book, including me. I think I'd colored either 4 or 5 pages before I joined the group, but since then I've colored even more, and I'm really pleased about that. Anyway, the page for both December and January was this Mystical Mountains page. So this page is completely filmed and up on the channel. In it, I explain how I did the background, the snow, the mountains, the trees, and all of the other elements on the page. And of course, these are the 2 color palettes that we used from Sarah Renee Clark's Color Cubes. And I'm really pleased with the result. For example, not only did I use the color palette, but I also got inspiration for some of the images on the card. So you can see that we have the glowing background from this card, and here we have the pinkish snowy mountains from this card. So not only did I use the palettes, I also used the pictures. I'm very proud of myself. Anyway, so this is all Derwent Inktense, Derwent Graphitint pencils, and Prismacolor pencils. Okay, that is everything that I used on the page, and as I said, it is all filmed and up on the channel. The only aspect of the page that I'm kind of iffy about is the river. If I had to do it again, I would extend some of this color over a little bit more to this side. But overall, I think it did come out pretty well, and we have the glow of the sun on the water, and I'm happy with it. And I love the mountains. The mountains are my favorite aspect of this page. I loved using those Derwent Graphitint pencils, and I'm going to be using them more and more as the year progresses. So stay tuned for pages that will have more of those pencils on them. Okay, so that is Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosannes. Next is another mythographic book. This time it's Dragonspell by Joseph Kattenbang. And of course, I am in a group on Instagram, the Dragonspell group, where we are coloring this book together. Every month we color a page and we are making excellent progress. The page for January was this page, which I called The Custodian of Light. So in addition to the Dragonspell group, I also colored this for 2 other hashtags. One is from Jo at Geordie Colors, her Color the Fairy Tales hashtag for 2026. Jo is also collaborating with Joanna Stone, who is creating palettes for each and every one of the fairy tales that there will be throughout the year. And she has those palettes available for free on her website. I will put a link in the description box so that you can check them out. So this is the palette that Joanna created for January because the fairy tale was Rapunzel. Anyway, I applied it to the page in all of the pinks and the purples and the taupe colors on the branches. I thought that the peachy colors would also work for the gold, and I did base it with a color that was in the palette, but when I started doing the gold, I saw that it was basically a color that was actually added to the palette. Anyway, so that is one of the hashtags, and the other hashtag is again the Mythographic Collective, because one of the prompts for January was lantern, and so we have this sconce. When we originally chose this page in the group, there was a debate on whether or not this was an anchor or a lantern or a sconce, and sconce has won out, as you can see. And now that the page is colored, I'm like, obviously it is a sconce. I don't know why I got it into my head that it was an anchor. It was this shape that was confusing me. Anyway, so this is colored with alcohol markers for basing. Then it is Castle Arts Harmonious and Castle Arts 120 for shading. And then there is also some watercolor marker to deepen up shadows. And there is acrylic paint pens to make the fluffy bushes over here and over here and over here. So yeah, I really love this this page. I think it interprets Joanna's palette quite well. I'm happy with it. Okay, so that is my page in Mythographic Dragonspell by Joseph Katzenbang. Next up is Romantic Country by Eerie. Once again, this is a project book for me. It is the book that I have colored in the most throughout my coloring journey, and I want to be able to finish it one day. And so I have colored the map page this month. So this is based completely with Neil Color 2s, and then it is shaded with Caran d'Ache Pablo pencils because I wanted to get this muted look. I had a really good time coloring this page. I did all of the background, and then I took a break and then colored in the elements a little bit at a time. So I didn't color it all in one sitting. I didn't want to get burnt out. So instead, I took color, for example, I think it's burnt sienna, and did all the roofs on all of the buildings. And then in another sitting, I took my combination for the bushes and did all of the bushes in another sitting. And in another sitting, I did all of the shading on the houses and so on. So I worked through this page slowly so as not to get too tired of coloring the same sort of images over and over. Anyway, I really love the result. I think it's really pretty, and I am going to continue coloring in this book throughout 2026. I also want to do these map pages, these other map pages. These are the more detailed ones, but I don't think that I am going to repeat the old style antique map for these. I think I'm going to try to make these look more like topographical maps. This one and the next one. We will see. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do with them, or even if I'm going to do it this year. This is not a book that is going to be finished anytime soon, even though it is the one I've colored in the most. The next page that I'm coloring, if you want to know, is, let's see, did I leave my marker in? I have been inspired by Erica at Elm Colors to color this one. So both this page and this page are going to be colored. This one has been, and this one is going to be colored for Erica's hashtag, which is Color Eerie with Me. And because she's coloring Eerie for the first 2 months, Anyway, she is coloring this double page spread on her weekend whips, and I have been inspired by her to color in it as well. Her color palette is a winter color palette, but mine is not going to be winter. It's going to be spring, and my reasoning is because I need to cover up this bleed through. Okay, so the page before this one is this one, and of course I used Prismacolor Dahlia Purple, which, ladies and gentlemen, always bleeds through the paper to the other side. It is a terrible, terrible pencil, and I'm going to try and avoid using it in the future because it always bleeds. Anyway, so I am going to be trying to cover up that bleed through, and to do that I'm going to cover up this entire section. So for example, I think I'm going to be taking Neocolor 2s and just covering up all of the elements, even the houses and the trees, to cover up that. And this is going to be mountains, hills. This part I might turn into water, like expand. There's water already over there and over here, but I'm thinking of making this whole bit over here water. So yeah, I'm going to be making changes to this page. I will hopefully record it and put it up on the channel. Okay, so that is my page in Romantic Country by Eerie. I also colored this for Annika at Axic Fumbles and Maria at Colorful Mother of Three's Japanese Korean books hashtag. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next page is in Enchanted Forest by Johanna Basford, and this was another fun and entertaining buddy color with my coloring buddy, Christine. We are coloring numerous pages in this book together. We started a few months ago. We colored, I think it was the Duck Pond page together, and since then we've slowly been chipping away at other pages in the book. She has colored more pages than I have, so I still have to catch up with her. But anyway, the page that we colored for January is this double page spread, which I am so proud of. Right, so this has a lot of leaves on it, and if you know me, I am no fan of leaves, so I was a little bit apprehensive at first that I would struggle with this page, but despite expectations, I actually had a lot of fun coloring this page. I think I didn't mind coloring the leaves so much because I colored them in segments. So I worked from the outside in. I colored an element on this side, then I colored an element on this side, then I switched pencils and I colored other elements, and I slowly but surely worked my way towards the middle, alternating pencils and coloring over several days and not getting overwhelmed by all the leaves. And I think that made all the difference for me. Let me just show you Christine's absolutely magnificent version. She got hers to glow. So this is Christine's version. And as you can see, we went in completely different directions, but both of these pages turned out magnificently. Christine's page is just absolutely incredible. She explained to me how she got the glow. She put a pencil around the elements, and then she used up an entire acrylic marker outlining all of the elements. That is some serious dedication, people, let me tell you. Anyway, so her page is absolutely beautiful. Well done, Christine. I love looking at it all the time. Anyway, back to mine. So after I had finished coloring in on all the leaves and I did the deer, I needed to decide what to do for the background. So of course I went onto Pinterest to get some inspiration, and this is the inspiration image that I found to do the background. I wanted to get that grayish beige color, ultimately, however, I chose to use Arteza gouache paint in a taupe color, and when I actually put the paint down on the page, because the paper in this book is a creamy color, when the paint went down on the page, it came out pinkish. So I decided, okay, I'm just going to go with that. And then I used my own do-it-yourself distress ink technique, where I take watercolor and I mix it with a little bit of glycerin, and then I take an applicator and I do the same distress ink technique that everybody does with actual distress inks, and I put it down on the paper. The paints that I used are the Coliro metallic paints. It is the set that has a lot of metallic pinks in it. So this is one color of metallic pink, and that's a different color of metallic pink. And I just layered the paint on top of each other using that distress ink technique that I have. And then I wanted to create the bouquet bubbles that are in the inspiration image. So I used Langwao gel pens to create the bubbles and to do the snowflakes and the other dots and things on the page. And I really, really love the end result. I think it's one of the best pages I've ever done. Yeah, very proud of it. Okay, I'm going to stop gushing over this page now and move on to the final page that I colored for January. And the final page that I colored in January is in Small Victories by Johanna Basford. If you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know that we have a feature every Saturday called Saturday Snippets, where we are coloring in this book. This book is our project book for that feature, and we have colored 2 pages so far, and this one that I'm about to show you is the 3rd. So this is the page. It is the Teapot and Teacups page, which I called Tea and Tranquility. Anyway, this is the color palette that we chose to do on this page. Of course, I did add in the gold, similar to the Custodian of Light page in Dragonspell, where I added in the gold. I added in the gold here as well. And then I also added in the background. So my idea for this page was that we would have the steam coming out of the cup. Teapot. So it comes out of the teapot, it goes around, and then the steam is just overwhelming the page and it's building up here in the bottom. And so we have all this steam. And I really, really love the way this has come out. I'm so pleased with it, and pleased with the way that the steam worked out. There, as I said, this is for our Saturday snippets, and there every element on the page is colored in that series if you want to follow along with us. We are going to be taking a break from Small Victories in the next Saturday snippet series. There is a poll up on the channel for you to vote for the next page. We have 4 options. There are 2 pages from Twilight Garden by Maria Trolle, and there are 2 pages in Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. Those books are project books for me, and I want to color in them this year more. And so those are the pages that I have chosen for you to vote on. So go onto the post tab on the channel and vote for whichever page you would like to see colored in the next few Saturday snippets. Okay, so that is Small Victories by Johanna Basford, and we are now at the end of all of the pages that I colored in January. Thank you for joining me as I've shown them to you, and I hope that you will stay tuned for more videos in the future. Bye for now.